Okay, I think this thing is working. Looks like I got music, I got my voice. All right. We are live. Hello. I apologize for the 8-minute delay. Everything has been a disaster lately, and today that was slightly the case as well. But we're gonna get underway. So I'll give people a few minutes to file in and see what I can do here. Maybe I'll get lucky. Where's my chat thing? There's the chat thing. Hi Eric, welcome. Pony Bro. Nice to see you again. Today is certainly a day, yes indeed. Helloween. Alright. So I'm gonna do a slow warm-up here. It's a casual stream, which wouldn't have super high production value anyway, but the production value is very small today for a number of reasons. But it will go back to normal probably by the next stream. I've been trying to find... What's back there? Nope. Nope, not back there either. I have lost my drawing pen, so I probably won't be able to use my drawing tablet tonight, unfortunately, but that will just give me a creative challenge to only use my mouse like in the olden days. I really need to find that pen though. Hello and welcome. My name is Drew Universe. This is our first group work session for Helloween 2025. This is our second annual Helloween, consistently speaking. We've done loose stuff for Halloween in the past. Last year, the art submissions were mostly Zackwell, which was great, and also I do hope there's a little more variety. But if there's another 5 or 10 Zackwell drawings, I certainly won't mind. I really like Zackwell. So what do we do? What is this all about? So I have posted a whole announcement for this on our website and on Discord. Basically, Helloween is a multimedia fan content event. We used to just do art events or only music events or whatever, but now we kind of have like a general creative event, and you can make whatever kind of thing you want. It's a little more inclusive, get more submissions that way as well. And so the theme is spooky, so something spooky, horror, Halloween based that fits our community guidelines, so nothing that you wouldn't want a kid to see or read or listen to, basically. Something that's all ages appropriate. And the idea is that we take the time to create whatever fan content and then submit it by the deadline, and in which case the deadline will be October 31st, which lands on a Friday. And once those submissions have been put in, I collect them and I showcase them on the live stream that night. So we'll have a live stream the night of October 31st where we go through what everybody submitted. We already did this recently with the Red Moon event, coinciding with the real world Red Moon total lunar eclipse that happened around September 7th and 8th, roughly, or something like that. And that was a lot of fun. There'll be a little overlap between that and this because, you know, Red Moon, ominous, disaster strikes kind of a thing. But this one's a little different, and it can be silly or serious. So if you're doing artwork, you could just make a sinister piece of, you know, Zackwell or Frugal or whoever, Polter Armor, but you could also make it silly or cartoony. You can take it out of context of the game a little bit and show Dart and Shauna walking down the street with like a witch's hat and whatever, dressed as other, you know, popular characters like Frankenstein, or I guess Dart dressed as himself as a costume, but you know, you get the idea. And as for music, if you're making fan music, it should probably be something a little on the spooky side. We've had a little bit of that in the past that just people would make on their own, and I've listed that as part of our fan music index. We've got over 500 fan music tracks documented at this point. It's pretty awesome. But we also had, I think, a really striking piece that was submitted for Helloween last year. It was so good. I think it was based on the Phantom Ship, and almost nobody makes fan music of the Phantom Ship music. I was really happy to see that. We really needed some Phantom Ship fan music, and somebody really delivered. I forget who it was. Too many people to keep track of. But yeah, so that's the idea. LOD lends itself pretty well to horror. I would say so. I mean, it's weird and abstract just kind of as a baseline, so it's already like ready to be that. I mean, you got the Terminators. Those could probably be a part of a art piece. Yeah, there's a lot you could do. I think Wendigo would fit pretty well. If you look up close at Wendigo, you'll see half of the face, the flesh, the skin, and the fur is all gone. You just see the exposed skull with the glowing eye. Really cool. We might actually open up Severed Chains tonight to get a close look at some of the example subjects you could use if you're doing artwork. Maybe just seeing these characters up close will inspire you to write something spooky or whatever the case may be. So let me know also if the music and microphone levels are okay. I am recovering from a really bad computer situation, and I had to do all my OBS stuff from scratch. All my scenes are gone and everything, so this is barely whipped together, and the bells and whistles are gone for now. But just want to make sure it's functional and looks decent at least. You gonna brainstorm an idea? Oh, sounds good, Pony Bro. Divine Dragoon Dart even has some body horror going on. Yeah, I think I will pull up Severed Chains and we'll look a little bit more closely at the Dragoon armor in battle. And we can also look at some external promo art, for example, because we have some of those in really high quality to get some great detail on the organic armor. And to that point, I actually want to highlight, for those of you who didn't see some of our other live streams or our chat in the Discord server and those discoveries, we went over the discovery that part of the Dragoon armor artwork and possibly other aspects of the game were inspired by H.R. Geiger. Some of you might know that name, and that went into the Dragoon armor for sure. Part of that old influence is still there. Now in the retail, the full experience that we got for Legend of Dragoon, yes, the armor is organic, so it's already standing apart from most games where you're just wearing, you know, medieval metal armor. It's not alive. It's not part of a living entity. The armor is organic. Okay, cool. But it was gonna be a little more grotesque, a little more mature themed. Like, I don't know the right terms for this, but like bits of like flesh strands or maybe sinew, I don't know how to say that, is still in the game. There's a piece of it left in the game that did not get converted to the new art format they were doing for everybody else. So you look at Dart, Lavitz, Rose, Congo, they all have the same art style. But if you look at the Dragoon armor for Miranda, her torso armor has the old style. And I know this because it's nearly an exact match for a piece of sketch art that was submitted in an obscure magazine. I think it was Designplex. This was a really hard magazine for me to track down. And it had some exclusive art we had never seen anywhere else, including this piece with the fleshy armor. And I wish that had stayed in the game, but it might have been too mature for kids at the time, I guess. I don't know. So there's avenues to pursue here, whether it's, you know, the common stuff or the rare discoveries that will lend themselves to this theme. So like I said, I'm not all totally together here with the computer situation, but I do have Severed Chains, so I will probably pull that up to start with. I just need to make sure I have the latest build, and I don't think so. I do have the latest build, but it's only through the live and I don't know if that'll drop my performance too bad on Linux. I'm on Linux now, by the way. It's a situation. Basically, I could not accept the philosophy of what goes into Windows 11, and it was grossing me out enough that I didn't feel comfortable paying for an extra year of Windows 10 security updates. Windows 10 support ended on October 14th, and I was already planning to switch over, but in the process, I made a mistake with my setup. I didn't uninstall my Windows drive before trying to put Linux on one of my other drives. And instead of selecting my spare drive to install Linux on, I accidentally selected the Windows drive. Most of my data is on other drives, but it still hurt and forced me to kind of scramble to get things up and running. And when I did that, overwrote my Windows drive, Linux didn't even run. That version of Linux would not run, and I could not figure it out. So it was insult to injury. But I'm getting there. So now I'm gonna pull up Severed Chains, and for anyone who wants to, you might be in the Discord server already, or if you're not, you can join discord.gg/Legend of Dragoon. I'm gonna be, looking at some subject matter and maybe doing some drawing on Krita. That's an art program. Other people are very welcome to come into the Discord server in the Helloween voice and video channel. You can get on microphone and/or share your screen of whatever drawing you're doing, or a webcam if you're doing a physical drawing in the real world. And you can give me permission if you want to showcase what you're doing on this stream as well. It's up to you, but I will keep things anchored one way or another. So let me find Severed Chains. Hi, Kenshiro.
Hey.
You are on the stream, FYI. Anything you say is being broadcast to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, I just realized that afterwards.
You can lurk silently or hang out and chat and whatever.
I'll chill here for now and talk. That's fine.
And if anybody has questions about the Helloween event, let me know. If you just want to talk general LOD, of course, let's do that too. And I'm gonna fire this up.
When is my boy Congo getting the highlight he deserves?
That has... Do you mean art-wise or in general?
I would say both, actually.
Okay. So art-wise, he's gotten a little love. Generally speaking, like in terms of modding and stuff, he has gotten some love as well. There will be more. But for in the meantime, Zychronics has made Dragoon Modifier. It used to be a mod for emulators. Now he's adapted it for Severed Chains.
Nice.
He's working on the new version. The full version currently just works with the very old SC 2.1, but he's working on the new version that'll work with the current dev build / SC 3.0, which has all of the big upgrades. And in the Hell mode beta, the new beta, it's so awesome. Basically, for those of you who don't know, Hell mode is just a way harder combat difficulty. He's got 2 signature combat difficulty mods. It's hard and Hell is the tougher one.
Perfect.
Now, you can still do okay for a little while, but if you don't know what you're doing, you'll get pulverized into the ground pretty fast. And that's the idea. It's kind of like a Dark Souls level difficulty. Now, although it's more difficult, all of the characters, all the playable characters have also been rebalanced to match. So Lavitz, Kongol, Maru, it doesn't matter. They're all pretty much equally viable, and they all have brand new, unique game mechanics to them. Like, Kongol gets a counterattack stance. It's really cool. He gets bonus turns when he gets hit, I believe. It's super cool. Yeah, Starry Kongol is pretty underrated. He got the short stick in the vanilla game difficulty, but he's still got lots of potential. It's just he's mired by that 30 base speed.
Yeah,
I keep telling people if I was designing this game, I would have bumped Lavitz back up to 45 like he was in the demo, and then give Kongol 40. At least.
I mean, he's the last of his kind, you know.
And he's so fast when you fight him.
Yeah, he is.
Isn't he?
And so strong.
He's,
Yeah, he is. He attacks a lot.
he's got a speed of like 60 or 70. Like, I want some of that. But he was so strong.
Oh, sorry about that. I have a question. For Sever Chains, do we have the capability of adding in a new character? Like, one thing that I've always liked, which was the Great Knight Commander of Sandora. Have we ever got the idea of putting in a new character into Sever Chains?
Yes. Long story short, that'll be a future ability of Severed Chains. It is not ready now, but Corey Monoxide, the founder and lead programmer of Severed Chains, on one of the one-off dev streams where he would explore, hey, let's try this, let's try that, let's try this. It was trying to make Lloyd a playable character, just as an example, as like a proof of concept. And in like a single stream or maybe 2 streams, he got it to the point where he hacked it in so that when Miranda turned into a Dragoon, she actually turned into Lloyd. And Lloyd was just standing there next to Dart like it was no big deal. So he wasn't fully functional, but the point is it can be done. So basically the philosophy of Severed Chains in terms of modding is that virtually everything will be replaceable. So you can either have a modified Dart, or you can just put in a whole extra new character, whether it's maybe an existing villain like Emperor Dole. Of course, you still need to give him, you know, if you want to do more than just the attacks that the game gives you, you'll have to code those attacks, you'll have to make the animations for those attacks, so there's still other work involved. But you will be able, if you have the know-how and maybe work with a team, to do the work of putting in a new character. Or subsuming one of the villains and making them playable. Like, I dream of a villain arc where it's Dole, Graham, Linus, and a few others trying to stop Melbu at the end. But new characters as well. I'm really, really pining for a playable Meninto, for example. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in the future you get those playable ancient Dragoons as well, you know? I mean, I think it would be easy to do that part. It's just the models and it's about it, really.
Yeah, the stuff is already in the game. It's just a matter of getting them as a playable party member and making sure all their spells are working correctly. And they might need a little work because Siu Vale doesn't have Rose Storm, for example. But it could still be done.
Yeah.
All right, let's get...
I'm just waiting for Hell mode to be fully done, and I'm going to be getting into that.
People have been really loving the beta. I think somebody else was in the regular voice chat above this channel. Nibnob or something was playing Hell mode and doing some really big damage numbers. Alright, so I've got Severed Chains. Extract here. That was a bad idea. Let's try that again. I chose extract here and it unpacked everything right where I'm at, and I just really didn't want that to happen. Let me put it in another folder. New folder. And now we'll extract here. There we go. Okay. So we'll take all of this, we'll right click copy, and we'll put it on top of my current run of this. Paste. Apply to all files. Merge. I guess merge is replace. Merge. Replace. Okay, let's see if that does the trick.
Are you running Ubuntu? Just by curiosity.
Yes and no. My laptop is running Linux Mint, which is based on Ubuntu, but my desktop is Linux Mint Debian Edition. I wanted to try them both, basically. I should have probably just gone with the regular Linux Mint instead of the Debian edition, because Linux Mint regular has the Ubuntu stuff, which makes handling video drivers a lot easier, and I could use that, but I think I'm okay.
I think that would be something to choose in the future. Just specifically, I believe Debian itself, as far as like from my own knowledge, it's meant to build upon was it the Rocky Linux type of environment, or just using Debian for more development. It'd be much better for that. At least that's from my own experience of messing around with Debian.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright, I finally have Severed Chains running, so I'm going to pause the other music for now and switch my scene around to this one. Where's Severed Chains? There we go. OBS is giving me a little anxiety all of a sudden. It's got a streaming start and stop button, and then it's got a recording start and stop button. I'm used to that. But while I'm streaming, it has the stop streaming button, and now next to the stop streaming button, there's a go live button, and I'm like, it's already live. I'm not clicking that. I am definitely already live. Activate controller. Okay. Now I believe that I'll have to check when I go into battle, because I'm not sure if my taskbar is in the way or not. I'm gonna catch up with chat really quickly. If it'll let me. Okay. Hello, Shuaib. I am still not sure I'm pronouncing that right. It's been a while. Hello. Hey, Zerania. Good to see you. Yep, we're going to have custom characters, custom spells. To be clear, we're not just creating a bunch within the Severed Chains dev team. They mostly focus on the framework. And in other words, enabling the ability for there to be voice mods. And then specific modders will need to use it and make voice mods of their own. Once in a while, we do a prototype proof of concept. That's about it. So when I say this, keep that in mind. Custom characters, custom items, whether it's consumable items or equipment, custom spells, or just custom abilities in general, like the ones you see Graham use with that like crucifixion attack. Brand new classes of items, new equipment slots. So instead of just the head, torso, and the foot, maybe you can add a whole new slot, which is the belt slot or something. Who knows? Or an earring slot. I don't know. We'll see how far people get with it. Custom battlefields, custom locations, custom story mods, which will basically be custom campaigns. You'll have the official LOD campaign, or maybe we'll have like a vertical slice of a prequel, or Lloyd's journey as it intersects with the main story or before the main story. Dart's journey in the East. It could be a story about whatever, and it could be sticking to the lore or your own fanfic, whatever you want to do. Custom sound effects, voiceovers, custom edition attacks, custom fan music. One of my favorite things would be to have custom fan music, because we can make it so that the music is loopable. It doesn't just play a file. It'd be just like the way music plays in LOD already. So you can have like a start clip, a loop clip, and then an outro like victory clip or whatever. Maybe even custom game over music and game over screens, who knows. Basically everything will be replaceable within reason once we get that far. Right now we're focusing on the graphics engine overhaul. We've been doing that for over a year, probably 2 years now. But eventually that's going to get done. We're very close to the end. There's less than 40 issues left. Monoxide's been working hard on it. Flying Zamboni just came back recently to help. And Icarus has been doing great in what we call the script mines. And once that's done, we can return the focus to the modding API and create more types of mods. Make more types of mods creatable, whatever. One of the first things will be script modding. So that's, you know, better English script or even other languages like French, Italian, German, Russian, Japanese, whatever the case may be. Any language should be viable so long as there's like a what do you call it, a TypeScript for it or something. Virtually anything should be possible, not just the regular alphanumeric. All right, let me get into a campaign. I don't think I have my main save files. This goes up to the moon. All right. Yeah, we'll do a moon save right before getting Divine Dragon, probably. Divine Dragoon. Okay. So here we are. Have I actually fought this thing yet? No, I haven't. I mean, this could be a subject of horror as well. There is going to be some limitations on the reference material because these are some low polygon, even in battle. Some of them are kind of low polygon, or a large portion of the 3D model is untextured. It's just a plain color. Like this thing is mostly brown, and you'll have to invent the details. But there are also other sources you can use. For example, the FMV has more detail for the Super Barrage, of course. But we can still get a little detail. So let me show you what Severed Chains can do. If you're not familiar, we can pause the game. The game is paused. We can also frame advance, 1 frame at a time. I'm actually going to check my shortcuts on OBS to make sure I'm not turning the stream on and off every time I press F9. Because all my settings got reset, so I have no hotkeys. Great, no hotkeys. No hotkeys is good. So you can frame advance, you can press and hold to advance, then let go again. But we're gonna do mouse look. So if I press Control M, let me. Okay, it is just not using my. Okay, let me see if I can. How do I hide the taskbar on Linux? Taskbar, no. Panel settings. Always show auto hide. Did that do it? That might have made it full screen. Okay. All right, so we're in mouse look. Check it out. Now it keeps whatever's on top of the HUD, so let me unpause long enough to fix that. Let's say I want to. Just enough. Okay, there we go. Back to mouse look. There, now we got a clean screen. And while there's that 56 is still kind of floating there, but pretend it's not there. So you can move around with IJKL, ascend with O, descend with U. And that lets you move the camera. You can also look around with the mouse and appreciate all of the battlefield graphics that you never really get to see when you just play on a PlayStation or whenever you're emulating on PS4 and 5. You can see the whole battlefield. It's pretty great. And anyway, you can use mouse look to get a better look at these things. So these are the eyes of the Super Barrage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's suspicious. That's the same as the max number of eyes a dragon can have. But the legs are really nicely textured. but some of the other parts not so much. Like they textured the front so you could see these. Is that like a piece of a building or whatever? I don't know, but they leave most of it untextured because, you know, that saves on resources. They put a lot into a tiny PS1 at the time. You can see the legs aren't even connected down there. So you can see the inner details of how these things were modeled. But you still get a great look at them overall. You can even pause when, like, the barrage is doing an attack, and you can get a nice shot at that as well. So let's demonstrate. We'll just do that. That. Attack me. We can just do that and that and that. And you can get some nice wallpapers this way as well. You just get the right frame. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't remember that whole freaking claw jutting out at the character. I've never noticed that before. What? That whole, like, claw thing just came off the shoulder. I never understood that attack for the longest time, and now it makes more sense. I was like, what, the tentacles just shove him back? No, it's the whole thing is coming at him. Things I should have noticed a long time ago. Wow. So it just is like a floaty shoulder blade arm thing, whatever. That's cool. That's kind of gnarly, I would say. All right, hit me with something else. Oh, this is great. Controller disconnected. Uh-oh. I don't know if this will do much because there's a fade effect going on. Yeah, there's a... If there's a fade overlay going on, it's not going to work great, but otherwise it'll work pretty well. So yeah, that's how that works. You know what else works? Control W to automatically win the battle. You will not get rewards, but if you ever, you know, get soft locked or something, it's a way to get out of it. But that won't even matter at some point in the future anyway, because we're really drastically reducing the number of bugs remaining. What do I want to do? I want to pull up the master sheet of IDs so I can pull up a specific battle. I want Wendigo. Where are you? 422. Alright, we need battle number 422. And we also have fast forward. That's a very nice feature. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Okay, 422. Not quite blazing it. Sorry, Dart. 422, and I'm not going to have the right combat stage. Let's, first person to give me a 2-digit combat stage. 2 digits. What's the combat stage? Anything between 0 and 99. A couple of them crash the game, but hopefully you don't pick one of those. I do have a reference document that lets me check what they are. First number I see. 23. What's number 23? That's the Barons? We can do the Barons. Combat stage. Enable. 23. Set. And we'll do 2 and 1 here because I want to get Miranda in here. Oh, by the way, replace darts. Always a good feature. Okay, let's go back to the debugger and start any battle we want. One of my favorite features in Severed Chains is pick a battle and go. Now this thing is obviously a horror thing, like there's a loose, what do you call it, water element to it, but let me do it this way. So we're going to do Control M and get a close-up look at Wendigo. Now Wendigo has this giant claw. It's got some extra blade on it, multiple blades actually, 2 blades. It's got these huge claws, and it's got the reverse joint legs, which I love. Like, I've enjoyed reverse joint legs ever since early Armored Core games. It's just really cool. And it's got this tail. It should use the tail in the fight, but it doesn't. Gonna add a new ability for that. And then the other arm is missing, but it gets used as like a phantom arm. There's some magic to that. And then it's got the kind of almost Mirage-like things coming out of its head and going to the back, like it was a set of wings or something. They look kind of like wings, I don't know. It feels like they're wings. That's my opinion. And anyway, you've got the giant heart, which is exposed, and the ribcage is just totally coming out. And actually, in addition to the ribcage, you have it almost looks like teeth, but I'm assuming it's just the textured ribcage, and it's not matching up with the giant bones they put on it. But look at the face. On this side, it's kind of normal. You got the red glowy eye. But most of the face, you can see the skull fracture. You can see the fracture lines in that skull. This thing took some damage. I mean, obviously with the arm, but also the face is easy to miss. So you could put that. That would be a great subject for the Armageddon. Great subject for Helloween right there. And remember, you don't have to just do it based on the idle animation, the regular model just standing there. You could draw your art based on one of the attacks it does. You know, grab yourself a nice freeze frame with free cam. I put a free cam guide in the Helloween channel on Discord, as well as the news announcement on legendofdragoon.org. So it'll tell you exactly how to do free cam. It's really easy. Press 11 to pause, Control M to mouse look, and get started. Then reverse it to get back in the game. Just like that. Oops. 1100. I'm gonna do overkill damage because, you know.
Die. Demon stance.
I was saying space when I was using my controller. Anyway. This thing needs to take a turn. Why does my controller keep disconnecting? That is so strange. Hit me. Do something, please. Come on. I'm doing a live stream. There we go. All right. There, we got a shot.
What kind of controller are you using?
It's a Series X, basically. Stellar Drift, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a sign to probably later move on to the Ubuntu side of Linux Mint. Probably
Maybe.
their drivers are better.
I can easily run SC on the laptop and compare. So here you can see it's actually stretched its leg out to reach that high, so nice attention to detail there. Even though the player's only going to see that, they bothered to animate the leg like that, which is pretty cool. I think this is a good shot. Holding one of the characters up over its head, about to slam it down. And they're just not reacting. It's great. Anyway. Resume. Oh, what a big hit. That's how that works. Naturally, Mayfill, anything in Mayfill counts as spooky. The Loner Knights, the Undead, the Hyper Skeletons, like a weird centaur kind of a thing, Undead Centaur. The boss, Zackwell, Lavitz, and Menon. There needs to be some Undead Lavitz, I think. We need some of that. Let me get over the chat for a moment. Monster they originally designed to be corrupted by Barrage. That's an interesting theory. I've thought of that before. Alright, so obviously we won this battle. We worked very hard on it. Alright, we can probably warp it to Mayfill, so let me check the sheet. Mayfill. Probably near the bottom. There are also some like spooky battlefields. It's just black. It's completely black. Let me see. What do we got here? Debug room, crash, debug room. Well, I mean, these are the submaps that I shouldn't be. Okay, 539. That's probably not the right one, but we're gonna try it anyway. Map 539. By the way, you can warp to different maps with severed chains. Hello. Oops. Dart, what are you doing up there? Why can we only see your legs? Dart, please. Work with me, Dart. Where are you going, buddy? Dart, hello. Oh, I also forgot to put on my Halloween costume. Let me do that. It says this is my Halloween costume. Because I don't have anything else right now. Just have to go higher. And then we'll find Dart. Where are you? Debuggers, submap, enable collision boxes. There we go. I don't know why there's even a walkable path on this map. There's nothing to do here. Is this Zeke? Animations. There are some animations, but where are you? There's someone there. Go down. Down. Ah, there's Zeke. Zeke is here. Let's scale him up a bit. Large Zeke. Alright, we got the animations. Oh, he keeps wanting to resize himself. He can walk. He can tap his foot just like Dart. And he probably can't do much else. He should have a flying animation for this. Yep. Okay, this is his hovering. And this is him preparing to fly. And this is Zeke flying. Just do a little rotation. And little movement on the legs there. This is how Zeke flies. Zeke flies, not Zeke felt. Yes, he's got the... Whoa, look at me. I'm so important. This is such a great day. Da-da-da-da-da. And puts his arms down. And he just holds his arms out like this. Dharma Kenjalad. And back to the foot tapping. I don't think there's anything else here. Yeah, so this is like the intro sub-map where Zeke flies in, obviously. I just wanted to have a little fun with that temporarily. Let's go back to 540, might be the right one. There we are. And I have to... I think I'm going to do the thing where sever chains. There it is. I want... input on an active window. I also want more rubble. Maximum rubble. Still in the wrong battlefield. Oops. Let's replug that. That'll fix it. We got some specters. Those are pretty easy to draw. It's just some flamey energy. We got 3 claws on each hand. Hard-fought battle. I'll probably transition into doing some actual drawing here shortly. I gotta pick a subject. One that isn't too difficult. Got a hair in my mouth. Alright, we'll unrender the collision, like the walkable path. Chat and maybe do some drawing. Large Zeke swimming in the... I almost said Jeeg. Swimming in the air menacingly. Yup. Alright, so... at this point, I'm going to see... Ramen, would you like me to share what you're doing?
Yes, actually I wanted to suggest maybe we could do a study on Miranda's mother from whenever we end up fighting her. I've always been fascinated with the way that type of body horror we have. And Miranda's, we don't get much information about Miranda's mother, the type of abuse and neglect, but how that manifests. And it's it kind of matches with spooky season with kind of like with how Silent Hill came out. So it's like it was reminding me of like a Silent Hill type of body horror character. So we could definitely share that.
And just to be clear, you're talking about the death rows?
Yes, I believe so. Yes, the death rows.
Okay. That one does not get like any fan art or fic or anything about it. So let's take a look.
I believe I'm already sharing the stream on my end in Discord.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make Linux cooperate with me. That looks really cool. Alright, I'm going to share this with y'all while I get some other things ready. Can I make this larger? Think you can stream in higher quality?
Let's see if I can. Limited with my own resources. Doing this on a MacBook. Let's see. Let's do... How was that?
Much better.
Okay.
Yeah, I can put that on.
And
let me do a screen capture of that.
died.
Alright, you are now on the main display.
And I apologize for my short sharing my art. I got to go with the pups. Here's my 10 seconds of fame. Thank you again.
Okay. Well, that was just in time. I was hoping I would be able to use that for more than 10 seconds, but that's alright. That is okay. Need to bring that back. And unshow that. And I should do some art things, but first I need to actually do one more battle. Because I wanted to show off Miranda's Dragoon thingy. We can't do a battle here. Alright. We'll probably use special. Well, maybe I won't use special. Yeah, we'll just do this. Looks so good. Miss. Okay. Needed to be Miranda's turn. Miranda's turn. It's gonna be Miranda's God Bless America turn. Come on, Miranda. What? I don't want Maria's turn. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to do something. Okay. I could just alter the speed, but I expected her to be a little faster. Maybe I've got a 110 speed Maru set up on this save file. I don't know. That was kind of fun. All right, here we go. We're gonna do the comparison of the Dragoon armor really quick. I'm gonna pull up the old thingy, the old Control F, Control F, Control F. I need from Drew Miranda. I need to see. Here we are. Okay, I'm gonna show a comparison on Discord. I'm gonna pull the Discord up on OBS. So first, let's do this again. And it's not gonna be perfect, sorry. So we've got two images. This is the rare concept art I found in like Designplex or one of those magazines that shows the more fleshy design. Look at the torso here. You've got these flesh bits, so like some of the armor is still polished looking. The shoulders look pretty polished and the chest piece look pretty polished. But you've got a lot of like torso fleshy sinew or whatever that only somewhat covers the belly. And even the more polished areas like the shoulder looks like a more of a skeletal frame almost, like an exoskeleton. This looks really cool right here. Really, really well designed, I think. And comparing that to in-game, it's the same design. that large hole right there and there is the same. You can see that. So you can see how much the models had to be cut down in their quality and their detail. Like all that shoulder definition is gone. But a piece of that old design, the more mature looking design, does still remain in the game through Miranda's Dragoon armor, and I'll show you right here, live in Severed Chains. If I pause, well, let me fake an attack here. All right, mouse look. Here we are. So here's Maru. We all know what this looks like. You got the organic looking armor, not much else to it. It's got some pattern to the body, but that's about all. Here's Miranda with the old design still in the game. This is also a asymmetric design. If you look at the two sides of the chest, you've got those kind of like slits on one side, and on the other side, it's more of a full padding with no slits on it. It's different design. So the Dragoon armors were probably originally going to be a lot more asymmetric in their design, and almost none of that remains. Somebody's got like a plate mail that is angled on one side, but details are really minor on that. This seemed to indicate a lot more asymmetric design philosophy, which I think is really cool. And I do just like the old design they were going for. You can almost kind of look at this and see that everything got updated except for the upper chest. The rest looks, you know, similar to the others. They've got the black pants or whatever. The same kind of footwear, the same kind of plate armor, like plate skirts. The same kind of shoulders and vambraces. But that chest looks like a different shade of white. It's more white, and the other armor doesn't seem to quite match it almost. So I thought that was really interesting. Yeah. So that's my thought there. Exit mouse look and unpause. 500 on the dot. Nice and clean. You can also pause and get a look at the victory poses as well. Rue's standing on the hammer. Miranda's looking up high. Kind of like a prayer thing. Barely floating off the ground. Rose is doing her, emo thing where she's guarding herself with her sword. Nice job, Rose. So yeah, that's a look at one of the older designs that they were considering for the Dragoon armor. Finish. Oops, you know what? I'm a dumbass. I'm still showing the Discord, aren't I? Oops. Yeah, you saw this the whole time when I was trying to okay. Sorry, let's try that again. I don't have everything set up the way I want, and I'm forgetting things. Sorry. Let's pull that back up. Let's try that again. Without Discord being on top of everything. Here we are. Now you can see. I really need to check. I can't really put OBS on the side view because I can't get it to show up at the right rate. Anyway, let's try that again. Maybe with more luck. Put you in Dragoon. Half of my demonstration worked, half of it didn't. Why didn't someone tell me? Hello, Lair of the Game Guru. You are apologizing for joining. Well, I don't think you have to apologize for joining. Maybe for joining late. But yes, no problem at all. We're just doing a casual creative session and an LOD chat thing, very casual stream. I haven't streamed in like a month, and disaster struck in terms of computers and a lot of other things, so I'm just barely getting back online in a lot of ways here. But I was just demonstrating how remnants of old design remained in the retail version of Legend of Dragoon. Oh no, is it too loud? Alright, I cut that down a little bit. So I was demonstrating how I had found a piece of rare concept art. Not this one. And you can see there's way more of a fleshy design. One of the influences was H.R. Geiger, and they were going to do these more mature looking designs. You got all this detail on the shoulder and everything, and just fleshy bits all over. Way more organic looking than it already does in retail. And compare that to in-game with Miranda, that's still there. All the others have like a clean torso plate. Miranda does not. And I was about to showcase that in the game, this time without screwing up my layers. So if I undo that, and we'll have Maru attack really quick. I actually don't want that to happen. No. Debugger combat. No, darn it. I should have given the Spectre more HP. Sorry, let me try that one more time. One more time. And we'll give 99999. Okay, at least one of them is hyper durable now. Alright, let's fast forward. Okay, let's do that. Nice and fast. Okay, now we can slow down. And mouse look. And we'll do the comparison for real this time. So looking at Rose, it's a little dark, but you can see it's patterned, kind of detailed, but fully, you know, normal looking torso armor for what we're used to. Maru, it's the same thing. Doesn't look too fleshy, just generally organic looking. They could only do so much with a game that started development in 1996 and cramming as much as they did into the PlayStation 1. But here, while most of the armor looks normal and pretty plain, the torso is very unique. This has the old, fleshier design that is more asymmetric. So you've got these like slits in the right side of the chest piece, and those are not present on the left side of the chest piece, your right visually. It's a very asymmetric design, and the base color kind of doesn't match the rest of the armor. It's a little more white, less tan tinted, or whatever you want to call that. So this is a remnant that remained in the game for some reason, was not updated. We don't know why it wasn't updated like the rest. And if this one looks like this, imagine what the other ones would have looked like before they were changed. Like, it would have been great to see those designs for all the other characters. Even if they were just the battle models in these lower res versions. Like, we do have some concept art of the old Dragoon models. They're like drawn art of them, but it's only a couple characters, and it's kind of weird how the progression ended up going, I think. Anyway, so now you've actually seen that. Finish the attack. A miss, of course. Dragoon form really hurts when you miss. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to see if there's anyone else doing any stuff in the Helloween channel on Discord. Looks like it's still just me. So I will try to draw, but it's gonna be a little difficult. I will do what I can. I wanted to use my drawing tablet, but my pen is missing, so I'm gonna have to use my mouse, and I'm gonna be using a program that I don't have as much experience with. But we're gonna learn together live, because I gotta do something. I guess for now I'll just leave this running in the background and go back to OBS and switch to drawing. Okay. So this I can't use that because I don't have the thing. And I want to make this a little smaller, less pressure. If anyone has any questions about Helloween or LOD in general, anything about LOD is fair game while I try to draw something the way I used to before I got this drawing tablet. Where's Krita? There we are. Let's see if I can at least move OBS over there. For some reason, OBS doesn't have a maximize button. Why not? How does it not have a maximize button? That feels weird. And it's almost too big to fit. Oh well. That'll have to do for now. Yeah, that'll do for now. Yep, it's the Drew drawing stream. Happy Friday, Ninchi. Welcome. Yeah, Pony Bro, you've got till the 31st. No need to rush it, unless you just want to be the first one finished so people can see yours first, in which case, that's fine. Alright, so I'm going to be way out of my element here. New document. Oh god. I haven't got any of my presets. Let's say it's gonna be 2000 by 2000. Not printing it, so I don't think the DPI matters. I assume this is normal. Comics, designs, wow, okay. There's a lot of stuff I gotta explore here. Alright, so they give me lots of brushes over here. I've got my layers over here. I did move that much over. I don't know what any of these buttons do, for the most part. And I'm a little tripped up with the different types of layers thing, but I guess for now I'll mostly just use paint layers. Several layers, and I need a subject to draw. I mean, I need to find a reference. I'll pull up a reference and sever chains. Oops, that could have crashed the game right there. Don't select a command when you're Control W-ing. Don't ever do that. It can crash the game. I can probably just get the battlefield by going there. This is one of the shortest areas in the game if you just go straight through. They don't even make you try to do a maze like in Xenobatos. Oh, I forgot about this. Whoops, I forgot. Okay, sorry. Eating my words. I don't think I can even run it this fast because, yeah. You know it's a Drew stream when I eat my words within 2 seconds of saying something. Harkens back to the olden days when I kept crashing to Polter Armor because I had set the inventory to more than 32. And right before like the third crash, I said I won't give up, and it crashed right then when I was trying to do something with Albert. When I said dodge this to Lloyd when I was expecting to do the final blow on him, and he didn't die. He dodged, and then he did an insta-kill on one of my characters. That was great. That was so great. I had so much fun. I probably did it during the last Kraken fight too. I said something I shouldn't have, and then last Kraken kicked my ass, and then I dropped on the floor. I should just know this by heart. You'd think I would know this by heart, but... Oh, it's so close. Yeah. I was gonna go to the place where the thing happened. We want to go to the left. Ah, screw it. You know what? Screw it. I guessed wrong. Not patient enough. All right, I'm just gonna summon. I want to fight Undead Lavitz. I want to give him some justice, I think. I need the get rid of the combat debugger. I have too many windows open. Submap debugger, close, regular debugger. And I need the master sheet so I can pull up 431 with $68. 431 and 68. Does that work? Oh, and y'all didn't even see me fail because I was still showing the Krita display. I spared myself some embarrassment, I suppose. But what I was trying to do was, oh, this is the wrong battlefield. Uh-oh. This is very much the wrong battlefield. Let me... Where's the thing? Add source, window capture, severed chains. Yeah. So I picked one of the Dragon Spirit battlefields for Lavitz, which is very custom, I guess. Oop. What happened? That did something I did not expect. Oh, it's because I'm on fast forward. Look at that angry face. My party is Lavitz, Rose, and Miranda. Turn around, Lavitz, it's time to battle. So there's Menon, it's got the multiple eyes coming out of it. Only part of it is textured, but you can kind of glean info from the other parts of it. He looks so angry. Grrr. That right there is some That is some artwork. He's got yellow gold eyes. So cool. I think he gets a more detailed model in the cutscene, though. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to guard, make that number fully go away. Okay. And get up close. So this isn't technically canon because I'm on the wrong battlefield, but I don't care. I'm going to try and draw this, maybe? Yeah, I'll try and draw this. Why not? The problem is I don't... Could I move this over? While it's paused? Probably not. Okay. I'll just take a screenshot. My keyboard isn't working. Why? Because I'm in mouse look. This is bad. Screenshot. Yeah, we'll just take the whole screen, copy to clipboard, and paste it into Credo. And it's too large, so I need to scale it down a bit. Maybe you just do it like that. So let's go back to Credo. There we are. Okay, let's do some drawing. Some terrible, terrible drawing. Yeah, but Pony Bro, about the last Kraken thing, did the Miranda thing happen because I said something that I shouldn't have, and then I paid for it with instant karma, or did it just happen, is the question. I'm gonna have to rewatch that stream. I'll do my best, Ninchi, in terms of the whipping cream. But yeah, this area is where you fight the dragon spirits, if that's what you're asking about. What time is it? 8:30, so I should go for at least another half an hour. Alright, so we got this, and that can be deleted. I need to stretch. Stretch break. Oh, excuse me. Alright. My hair keeps hitting my mouth. Alright, so how do I want to do this? I want to set the opacity. I cannot set the opacity because it is not yet a feature of Credo. Why? How else can I set the opacity? There's a master opacity, I think. Is that just for that layer? Yes, okay. Opacity right there. Perfect. I want to use the bucket tool. Get a dark background going. Put that underneath. Okay. Just enough to trace. So let's say if I do this from memory. Put a guide right there, right there, right there. And I want a guide over here, and over here, here, and about here, and there. And that sections out that stuff. Alright, so now I'm gonna... Do I actually want a black background? Maybe more of a gray. Alright. How to draw. What can I do to draw? I need to basically put over the entire thing a repeating pattern of like disjointed walls, random dark shadows in the walls. So let's take the brush tool, and what does this do? Put it on a different layer. Okay. What kind of brushes do we have? This one, maybe? And it's gonna be a really fine brush. Oh, I see how that works. Okay. Lots of options. I don't even know what most of these are. Those are paint brushes. What the hell is this? It's like a spray can kind of a thing. And what is this? It's like a rake. It doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe it's... I don't know how to use it. Whoa, what is what is going on with this thing? Whoa. This is very trippy. I don't even know. You know what? It's art. That looks like a face. That actually looks like a face. If you got these two areas are the eyes, and that's a tiny little mouth, and this is like some kind of outer layer. That's a face. Yeah, I just made a character. Let me save that for later, I guess. How about this one? Oh, not the guide. Error, cannot, layer is invisible. Oh, yes, wrong layer. What? This is so trippy. Okay, I need to actually make something. I know. I've never gotten to use this stuff in a long time, so here we are. That actually looks cool. Like that I like. Can I alter like the thing of it? Like, ooh, okay. So I want it a little smaller. Can I do the shift click thing? It doesn't work here. Stop it. I know there's a way to lock the guides. Lock guides. Don't do that again. So if I go like that, and like that, and like that. Okay, now I want to do multiple types of coloring here. I want to have it be a dark blue in the first two rows, and then green down here, because we're trying oops. We're trying to get this. So So it's gonna be a different style, but hey, I'm trying out the brushes. Alright, so dark blue, can I just copy paste this layer? Yes, I can. Alright, so for this one, I'm going to erase. That's weird. I was just gonna do a regular erase, but that's can I just select an erase? Do I have a selection tool? Selection tool, okay. So here we go, we're gonna take that and delete it, and then hide that layer, and then we're gonna take this and shoot, delete it. Okay, so we got two pieces of it. The top goes up here, and we want a color overlay like this, and we'll make it a bit of a bluish. I didn't do anything. Layer, style, color overlay, multiply is probably the problem. What if I just want normal? Full opacity. Okay, that's what we wanted. Alright, so we'll drop the intensity down and change it to a darker blue. Like that, maybe? Okay. And drop the opacity down a little bit. Don't want it to be purple though. Just need a very dark base color. Like that. Okay, we'll start there. And then the other one, we need... In a minute, I'll probably change the music. Color overlay. Normal. And we'll select a green, like a neon green. Probably needs something more, like there's too much gray space there, or I can maybe leave it blank. I'll think it over. I just didn't want to apply so many of them that the whole thing was just one big blob. Wanted a little more definition to it. Alright, so we got the background. Alright, so now I need a layer that's going to be Lavit's base, and a layer that's going to be Menon, because Menon is amazing. BG top, BG bottom. Alright, let me change the name of that. Screen ref. And we'll go back into separate chains long enough to do Control W. Okay. All right. Back to more calm music, more spooky music. Calm is spooky, right? me save this. There, now I've preserved my terrible work. Apparently it's a 160 megabyte file. Alright. Let me see. So I need to actually get a base going for Lavitz. Let's crank the opacity up a little bit here. And okay. So I need to create a complex shape. How may I do this? A polygon tool, yes. This is cheating a little bit, but what else can I do? Why is this thing animating in and out? Oh my god, it's using the brush as the shape tool. That's no. No. Do not do that. How do I get it to not use a brush? I just want to make a line outline thing. Uh-oh. Nope, that's still gonna use the brush. Does anyone know how to use Krita? How can I just make a line shape without the brush applying to the path of the lines I'm making? Why is there like multi-brush tool? I don't want to know. Do I want to know? I don't even know how to select multiple brushes. Help. Oh, it does a kaleidoscope. Okay. I'm used to this. I've done this before. Not useful for right now. I just need to make freehand path tool, maybe? Dynamic brush tool. I'm scared. I don't want to know. Custom path tool. Oh, I need to be off the... Here, let's go to this layer. Nope, that didn't seem to do much. Polyline tool? Okay. Okay, we've got lines. So if I were to do this and this... But where'd it go? Where did my lines go if it finished the thing? I'm confused. Oh, it's in there. Okay. It is underneath. That's why. If I'm tracing, I should put it on top. So that made more of a regular shape, but it still looks like a brush. I just want lines. Very confused at what to do here. But if I have to use a brush, I can just use a basic brush, I suppose. I need to figure out what to do. There we go. How do I make a shape? Does it have to use a brush no matter what shape I'm doing? I don't... Brush preset. Reload original preset. Preserve alpha, erase. Fill patterns. Do I have to select like a pencil? Do we have a pencil tool? Calligraphy. I'm in the wrong program. Honestly, do we have a pencil? Or a pen tool? Tool options. Okay. Brush background color, no outline. Fill, not filled. Okay. I didn't know that there was tool options for this. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so if I do no outline and no fill, what happens? I can still trace. If I want to do this and this. And when I finish it, what happens? Is it even there? Like if I tried to fill it with paint? Nope. It did not confine to the shape I made. Confusion is happening. I don't know how to make an outline, so I'm gonna have to just draw it with the brushes and hope that looks decent enough. Okay, we'll just stick to the brush tool since it wants to put a brush on every other tool. Okay, that looks like a decent brush. Let's drop the size down. Undo. Oh, you can hold control as like an eyedropper. That's pretty cool. Alright. Let me make sure I'm on the Lavitz base. And we're gonna just do a very loose shaping of the face. And we need a larger brush, perhaps. And we're gonna get a sampling color of that. Just to get the outline. And then I'll make my own shape from that. Oh, it's still doing the... I need to deselect the area. Control-Shift-A for deselect? That's not what I'm used to. Alright, now we've got... Wait, what's happening? Oh, I don't want to do that. No. Control-Shift-A. There, I learned it right away. And we'll come down here with the leg. Not what I wanted to do. Finish the hand here. And come down here. I really wish I had my drawing tablet. Do this. Get that cloth in there. Go up to here. Just a loose outline. Good enough. We'll outline the face right there. Got the eyes. Got the eyebrows. Got the mouth. Got the nose. This is gonna be great. Divide where the pants start and stop. Outline this sucker. And outline the leg plating. And the shoes. I am a terrible artist. I am working on it. Define the arms. I really, really, really wish I knew where my drawing pen was. Okay. We should probably add another layer or 2 or 3. We'll make this the spear. And the spear will be that color. And do this. Go all the way across. All the way across. And we'll do that. That's the spear. Menon, it's not really great angle of Menon, but I can at least do something for it in the meantime. Alright, we got the Menon outline. And then we need the door outline, I guess. Door. And we'll get that color. And we'll put this below most of the rest. And it'll go just up and over like that. And that's it. Now if we disable the reference, it's Slavitz. It looks so bad. What a surprise, right? Naturally, this is fine. This is totally fine. Okay, so I can't draw accurately with a mouse, but I will try to make some definition here. I will desperately try to do something. I'm gonna need the shape tool. I'm not gonna like that it uses a brush. I guess pencils are types of brushes, but the digital pen or pencil would have been great here. Calligraphy, maybe? That's not a pencil. That What is that? And now it goes away. Oh, this looks awful. It seems to have gone off of calligraphy. All right. Polygon tool. Shape tool. Okay. Now, on top of the Lavitz thing, we're gonna do. This will be Lavitz face. Oh my god. All right. I need to do this shape tool. We'll go like this, and like this, and like this, and like this, and we'll try to make it as rounded looking as possible. This is so awful. I'm so sorry. Okay. So we got the face outline done. Now, well, I guess it's the head outline. Cancel. We want it to go out more, like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like that. And then we want to go like this, like that, and like that. And for the nose, nose is gonna be weird. Mouth, can we just do that? Okay. We'll cross-section it later. The eyebrows, crap. Eyebrows are gonna be a brush. We're gonna brush the eyebrows. That should be a brush, that's for sure. Do I want to paint them? Ooh, it's not gonna be great. Oh god. No, I don't want to. Give me the regular brush tool. Yeah, alright. I don't know about that. Let's get in closer. Let's bring up this reference image again. Okay. We'll do it like that. And we'll do it like that. Okay, that looks better. And I need these things to be gold. So let me finish the outline of the head first. Shoot, what brush was I on? Crap. I don't know what brush I was on. I wish like your most recently used brush would go to the top or something in case you forget. I guess it doesn't super matter. Alright, so we have the hair. Just gonna go about here. That's pretty decent. We also need the ear to be defined. That's gonna be over ear. Ha 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 ha. And we've got some hair definition going on like this and like that. Kind of weird, but okay. What else is going on with his face? I'm not gonna do all those individual cheeks and things, but let me see. I think I did his whole, yeah, I did his whole outline. All right, let's get some cross sections going on here. I'm gonna go like, ooh. Be like, too much. 1.3. Yeah, I'm not. The Photoshop features I'm used to are not present, so this is a lot harder than normal. Those are the teeth. It's gonna have to be good enough, because I don't know what else to do with that. I need to do the nose. I think this is actually the same, so I can do that at least. It's supposed to be a rounded brush, but it's not gonna get to be that way. Maybe this. All right, we got that. Okay, now I need some, I'll probably add a little more definition to the face, but for now I'm getting the base bits out of the way. Question, can I use the paint bucket tool from a different layer? So if I do this, and I select the bucket tool, nope, I have to be on the layer, crap. Or I'd have to draw a mask. Okay, these layer previews, that's cool. I like this. It gets you a better view of what that layer is instead of having to discern what's in that like 20 pixel by 20 pixel space. That is very cool. Layer preview is nice. Why doesn't Photoshop have this? Honestly, that's a plus. Yay for pluses. All right, there we go. Now you can tell it's him. He's got the gold eyes. Look at that. That's him. It's totally him. God, I'm such a terrible artist. Alright, let's try and speed this along. I need some mucky greenish, yellowish green maybe? Yeah. And we'll do this, and we'll alter the color and go here and here. And his ear is gonna be kind of teal-like. Maybe more of this color. It's just gonna be polycolors, no definition on the ear, sorry. I need to get a base going. So let's say I do... Yeah, it's not much better. Okay. So we'll do like a very pale teal. Oh god, it looks so bad. Because it's doing the anti-aliasing issue. It's not great. Not great at all. I don't know how to fix that. Oh dear. That's too similar to the other colors I was using. Should I darken it? Darken it more? Oh god. I mean, I could do an eyedropper, but it's kind of different all over. I mean, the face will look less bad if it has some color definition to it. It's just... the brushes are overwhelming me. Maybe I'll just make it a cartoon Lavitz. Stick to low res. Alright. So we've got the face. And his ear. Let me very badly make an ear, why don't I? Back to the brush tool over here. We are making an ear pattern. Oh, I'm embarrassed. Oh, we need to put his teeth in, his actual teeth, not just the dividers for the teeth. So let's go back to the paint bucket and make it... How bad are his teeth? I mean, his teeth are kind of greenish. Some kind of a green. You know what? This is a dumb idea. Let me make a different layer. And it'll just be like underneath the face. Do a box. Fill foreground color. What's my foreground color? That one? We could do that one. And we'll do that. And we'll put it under the face. There we go. There's the spooky teeth we're looking for. Grrr. This is great. This should be a sticker on the Discord server. Oh my god, it's so bad. And I'm really hungry. And technically this goes for another hour if I want it to. But I might stop there because I feel like if I continue any further, I will be a little too embarrassed. But I got a start on it. I got a start, that's for sure. So, is there a way to show only this layer really quick? Probably not. So, without all of the other stuff, this is the screenshot I was going with. And then to rebuild it, I have this as the spear, I have this as the face, I have this as the teeth, let's call it the teeth layer, save. The base of Lavitz is not showing, oh I have to do it with that button, okay. Menon in the background, a door, BG top, BG bottom. So I got the basic concept of it. With my terrible art skills and my missing drawing pen leaving me to use the mouse, it would have been so much better with the drawing tablet, I swear to God. But I appreciate y'all enduring this little exploration with me. I still don't have Linux fully up and running. Like, I have a long way to go to get everything operational, but with any luck, I'll be able to find my pen for my drawing tablet, and the next work session will suck a little bit less as a result. But thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. As usual, all our news and events and community projects and everything else runs through legendofdragoon.org, your fan site for all things LOD, basically. Whenever we put out news, it then gets syndicated to Discord and Blue Sky and Reddit when we can, Facebook if the algorithm will be kind to us. And we got more events coming up, like these casual work sessions for Helloween 2025. I'm going to schedule some more, and you'll have more time in advance to know when they're happening. Like I said, I'm just getting all this stuff back operational after some bad computer issues. But expect a lot of things coming up. And remember that Severed Chains 3.0 gets closer and closer to being complete. We'll finally be done with that very long saga of overhauling the graphics engine, but as an aside, it will be coming with lots of other new features as well to help make the wait worth the while. If you haven't tried the dev build out already, it's worth a try. So yeah, that's all for now. You'll be hearing more from me soon on events and things like that, so I'll see you around. Take care, everybody.